Hello, all of you big, beautiful brains out there. Today, we're going to talk about sleep learning. Before we get started, take a minute to subscribe to Psy vs. Psy. Help out your friendly neighborhood psychologist while I tell you all about sleep learning. I'll be right back. I'm learning. It's the dream, right? Falling asleep and still learning. Sounds too good to be true. People exploit this idea all the time. Play this video and learn to speak a new language while you sleep. Download this app and get smarter while you sleep. Listen to this psychology YouTube channel while you fall asleep and wait. But the idea might not be as out there as you think. When we're asleep, our brains do seem to retain a level of consciousness. We do still notice things both outside of our bodies and within our own bodies. This is why you hear your alarm to wake you up in the morning, or wake up before you need to go to the bathroom when you're asleep. You're still processing what's going on, just in a different way than when you're awake. Researchers have been studying this idea of learning in your sleep for a long time, long enough to have some proof that it can happen. In a study using rats, researchers used direct brain stimulation during REM sleep to demonstrate that the rats could make memories while they were asleep. Learning requires a lot of things to happen in your brain. But in 2012, a research team from the Weizmann Institute of Science did show that we can make basic pairings between a sound and a smell while we're asleep. The researchers presented different tones and then paired the tones with either a good smell or a bad one over and over until the participants learned to be able to associate that tone with a smell that followed. When the participants woke up the next morning, the researchers measured how much the participants inhaled after that tone. The participants actually inhaled much more for the tone that was paired with the nice smell. Weird. So we actually can make new connections, do basic learning while we're asleep. 2 years before that study, back in 2010, researchers out of Columbia University demonstrated that learning during sleep can happen in newborn babies. The researchers paired a tone with a small puff of air into the sleeping newborn's eye. They measured eye movement response and demonstrated that these infants were making the connection between the sound and the puff of air. This could be incredibly important. As babies, humans sleep most of the time. This study shows that they're learning while they're sleeping. Where this all breaks down is when we try to learn things more complicated than basic association. Despite lots of trying, scientists just don't have any evidence strong enough to show support for things like learning new languages while you're asleep. The complex types of learning that you need to learn new languages or learn how to do complicated math or learn amazing new psychological theories seems to be beyond what science can currently demonstrate. That means if you want to do your best learning, you got to stay awake. If you want to know more about getting smarter, make sure you subscribe to Psy vs. Psy so you can get all of our other videos and you can learn all about the science of psychology. Until next time, keep thinking, and I'll see y'all later. Bye! I don't want to learn about this.